Welcome back to the U Sports Report. It is time for the Players Club, where Khalil and I get into some players, teams, or anything in sports that's really caught our eye and impressed us this week. And I will go ahead and start off with the UNC's men and women's lacrosse teams. Khalil, this is the first time since Princeton in 1994 that a team has swept both the men's and women's lacrosse national championship. So UNC, shout out to those guys. The women's team was expected to make a championship run this season, and then the past couple of seasons have definitely dominated in the women's league and have shown a great deal of improvement. However, the men had to overcome some adversity, and their run to the championship was very improbable. So a complete sweep of the national championship for both teams is huge.
Chapel Hill is abuzz right now in powder blue and white. The Tar Heels are happy.
They are, and you know, I'm really impressed because I just recently kind of got into lacrosse. So it's very intense to watch. It's a very physical sport, and we've talked about it before. It's a mix of a little bit of everything. They've got a lot going on, and I personally was going to play in high school, but found out how much running was involved and nixed that idea. No, thank you. Not interested in that. So just a huge respect for the athletes that do partake in those long running practices, because it leads to some great worthwhile victories, I'm sure.
Yeah, I played lacrosse for 3 years in high school.
Wow.
And the first 2 weeks of practice during quote-unquote tryouts, all we did was run.
Yeah.
And those who couldn't take the running didn't make the team.
Oh.
And it was something else, but it was absolutely fantastic. One of the most fun sports I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of everything. It's fast-paced, it's physical, yet you can use finesse, you can use the art. And it's just it's a wonderful game that you can play year-round. So, you know, hats off to the Tar Heels. The Tar Heels pulled off. There's a lot of good teams that they had to beat, particularly the men's team. They had to beat the likes of probably Johns Hopkins and Towson State and Syracuse University and Notre Dame. These are schools that have been investing in playing high-level lacrosse for years, and the fact that the Tar Heels pulled it off, go for it.
Yeah, you know, that just makes it even more impressive to watch those guys have won the national championship in college lacrosse, having to face off with some seriously good teams. The women, again, were expected to go this far, maybe not win, but they were expected to make a very long run in the playoffs. So it was really great for both teams, and those are my Players Club inductees this week.
That is how you end the college year if you're North Carolina. Okay,
Yes.
my Players Club pick for the week is Mr. Stuart Doris. That's right, you see him right there, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Stuart Doris. Why did I pick him as my Players Club selection of the week? Because on Monday we held the first annual Intergalactic Horse Challenge. That's right, you heard me right. The first annual Intergalactic Horse Challenge. It's a crazy, wild, convoluted game of horse. We had about 25 people playing.
Wow.
And it was an amazing feat. But why Stuart won is because about 45 feet away, we have marks on the ground written in chalk. It's fun. You can get 5 points for this. If you're shooting anywhere inside the lane, you must do a trick shot only. Different levels of shooting. Well, Stu decided to go 40 feet out to the automatic win spot. Yes, if you hit that shot, it's an automatic win.
Wow.
And Mr. Doris cocked his arm back, threw the ball, and nothing but net through the hoop to automatically win. Yes, he upseat me because I was winning at the time. I was going to win the game. There was no reason for me to go the automatic win. I had such a large lead. But Stu usurped me, and he absolutely won it all. Beautiful. So I'm saying Stu hit the automatic win in the first annual Intergalactic Challenge. Hats off to you, my homeboy. Well done, well played. If you ever want to go congratulate him, just stop by Farina Pizzeria off of Central and Edith and ask for Stu and say, hey, I saw that you won the Intergalactic Horse Challenge. He'll give you a smile and say something like, yeah, man. Yeah.
He sounds like a real talker.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's very cool. That's a very impressive feat.
Very impressive feat. You guys will have to come to the next one. It's a good time.
Sure.
Excellent.
Making history in sports.
Yeah, intergalactic history.
Intergalactic sports history with Khalil. I don't know if we'll have a segment for it, but we just might have to at this rate.
We really might have to. Okay, we're coming up with the big bright idea next at the U Sports Report.